Fireplace optics are high.
I'm always going to be with the rebels, even if it's programmed.
You were saying that was the first meme you're in, but do you see this meme I got here?
Yeah, I'm not there.
Are you sure?
Am I? Oh my God, yes, I am. No, is that me or is that Sovereign?
Slow TW.
Holy shit, Emperor.
Holy.
Papa Paulie.
So the NFL defensive back is coming on today. He called me last night because he has to talk with me about corruption at the courts. Are they going to hate on me again if he doesn't come back for another 6 months? Tell me that I failed and lost.
Of course,
I'm bragging a little bit. I'm bragging a little bit, for a heroin addict to be in the room with an NFL all-star player is just, it's magical. Talking about law and God and what's true and right. Come on, people.
And this is happening when?
Well, 1 o'clock, sir.
Today?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God, I'm starting work right at that fucking time.
Oh, and also Steve Martin's black, and that really fucks people up because they're like, you're white and you're not supposed to love black people and be in the room with them and vibe with them more than your own people. That's the rap I get.
Okay.
It's not a bad rap, though, if you really think about it.
Listen, most of the real ones are black. What do you want me to tell you?
That's what I found in my life.
Whose fault is that?
Either black or obese Irish. One of the two.
What, sir? You see what he's doing, OTW? Yeah, this is why I don't like this guy hanging around. He always insults me indirectly.
Bad enough.
Actually, that was pretty direct.
Only because you presumed that it was you. You're making assumptions, sir.
So my new thing, right, is I'm about to buy like $200 worth of fucking essential oils and mix them all together in some master mix. And then I'm going to put them with agave oil and it's going to be all natural. And then I'm going to make it gorilla musk. And I might gift that away. Because it's important to smell good. If you're obese and Irish and don't use much soap, as the Irish are known for, it's good to smell good.
Why the agave, though?
I don't know. I might
stop asking stupid questions if you don't want any.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily have it nailed down what kind of carrier oil I'm going to use, but something natural that's kind of got some other properties to it, I guess.
Yeah, I make my.
If I might suggest black seed oil.
Ooh. Well, that'll keep the pests.
That way it has healing properties as well as the feeling of heat.
Right.
It's great stuff.
And what do you use it for?
Everything.
You put it on your nutsack.
Yeah, absolutely. You put it anywhere. No, it's an ancient herb that comes from the black cumin seed. It's been known since the time of Tutankhamun to be the cure for everything but death. You can use it internally and externally, and it is great for controlling blood sugar, according to the scientific narrative.
Am I going to catch shit for that? Like, now they're going to be like, oh, this guy first with the shirt, which, Ace went and did that, and then they're going to be like, this guy's really
Just
trying to
set it up in a
now.
private company.
But you're giving
Call
it
it
away.
Jennifer's Blend.
Why would you?
It's going to be a gift with. It's going to be a gift with every gift of a certain proportion. So for every being who gifts X amount, they will receive the Gorilla Musk sampler pack.
Yeah, I have a few essential oil blends, and I mix them together, and then I add a little water. Something better quality than tap. Pretty much anything better quality than tap, and then maybe a little.
All right, picture this. Okay, this is what I have in mind so far. Essential patchouli oil, right? It's got that hippie kind of reefer woodsy vibe, you know, a little bit of teak wood, warm teak wood. Okay. And then maybe a
Put some sour
splash of
punch in it.
bergamot. Sir, I'm laying this out
Definitely
here.
the
I'm laying out
bergamot.
why is he doing that?
It's nubs.
Ah.
What do you
Oh,
expect from
I wanna hear
nubs?
this.
Amateurs. It's a fucking amateur hour here, man.
Yeah, no, it was both of us. Go ahead. My fault. I started it.
And then there's something else which is escaping me. Oh, yeah, I wanted to do some frankincense and myrrh.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know. I'd have to go look at sandalwood was one of the ones I chose. I had a bunch of them. I want to just mix them, see if I can come up with a concoction. Cardamom sounds sexy, huh?
Fire. People wonder why Indian, they live so long in India on like what's pennies a day. They live longer than we do. It's like there you go. I mean, all them herbs, roots, plants, all that plant medicine, man.
It's exactly why I learned it.
Yeah, I don't just mean ethogenic. I don't mean mind altering substances necessarily at all. But
Bro,
yeah,
you
turmeric,
presume that
ginger.
this is part of the game though. Like we presume that because you can't directly take something and get high from it where you want to jump off the roof, that it's not mind altering. If you take these different scents, the smell is the strongest scent, they say. It's gonna alter your beingness on some level.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yep.
I would absolutely agree with that statement. 100%.
I mean, obviously, that's why folks who do spiritual temples keep incense burning and different oils in there because it tends to facilitate a different energy or interaction.
In regards to your frankincense and myrrh, you could also, for your water, you could use a colloidal gold water. That way you have gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
I bet you know how to make ormus, don't you, Nubs?
Quite possibly.
You never made it before?
Not saying that.
Okay. Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the
First
legality
rule
is.
of Ormus Club is we don't talk about Ormus Club.
Yeah, I
Refer
wouldn't
to
be
the
surprised
first rule for the second.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's outlawed or something. I don't think it is, but yeah.
You got to be really careful with that because of the salt that we have access to, even if you're buying different salts and stuff like that. You got to know your alchemical process in order to get the bad metals out. And I don't say bad because they're not good. I say bad because they're not good in that position.
Right, or that and that amount or whatever.
Yeah, you don't really want to be taking gold and lead together.
Right, or mercury or nickel or cadmium or any of that. Yeah.
They all have their places.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of misinfo definitely with some of the harmful metal. I mean, I think even what they consider or deem harmful metals have their benefits in trace amounts. I could be wrong, but
Well, the state of California now just objectively is like making claims online that myrcene and other terpenes are causing cancer. And I'm like, so
right.
we're really going to do this? Like the list of
Right.
things you said are safe. And now when I go to order essential oils, you're like, the state of California warning says myrcene causes cancer. It's just it's fascinating. They're now down to saying it's the damn plants and herbs causing everybody's cancer, don't you know?
Don't you know?
Just go straight to the Indian sources, man.
Create fear in the people so they don't go out searching for health products and things that will actually make them healthy.
Right, and then like the next 3 links under it is how it's antithetical research and findings. They're like, this cures cancer. They're like, nope, state of California says it's causing it. And we got a list of other things over here that are great for you if you want them. It's fascinating. You want to get pimped and hold on. State of California is becoming its own entity at this point. It's really just kind of breaking out in this race.
They've always been an island, dude.
Yeah, it's great what they're doing over there. They're doing some good work, breaking out on their own really kind of asking the tough questions, coming with the hard-hitting research, and we're all being revealed that plants and herbs are causing all of our cancers to go up thousands of percent. Thank God for the state of California, huh?
Thank God. I mean,
Many
now,
of us have been thinking for thousands of years that that was the type of shit that was healing everyone. Turns out not so much.
well, you know,
That's only
The-
based off of observable observation.
The
You know,
weirdest
it's
thing, Nubs Creature, is all of their medications are synthesized and corrupt versions of original plants and herbs. So I'm not too sure how that works, what they add on that makes everything so safe.
no, it's what they take away. They take away those specific terpenes and they give you it in an altered form, and that altered form is not able to be accessed by the body. That's why you have side effects or unintended effects.
Trust the experts, folks.
I think we need to trust the science. That needs to be put one more space over, so it's the center of the brain.
Right? Maybe change it to soyance, the SOY there.
I'm okay with that. Soy is absolutely phenomenal for you, especially men.
Well, see, that's the weird thing about soy. Soy really confuses me, man, because you hear like there's supposed to be these amazing benefits. So my theory is that it's considering 96, I think about percent is considered genetically modified. Maybe that's really the issue. Kind of like how gluten
I don't think it's
became an
that.
issue. Okay, go ahead.
It's all right. I'm interrupting.
I mean, I
as
know it has
usual.
phytoestrogenic compounds, right, or whatever, but
Yes,
or estrogenic
soy.
compounds.
The most beneficial soy that I've ever found in my research is a product called Natto.
Yeah, Natto's great. Yep.
Natto,
K2. Yep.
yeah,
MK7.
Natto releases K2, MK7, which is basically telling where. Yes, Nanu. It tells vitamin D, copper. It tells all sorts of different things where to go into the process. From the research that I've done.
But this is the point,
Obviously.
man, is that everybody wants to observe objectively and not take into account the subjective nature of consciousness and awareness and whatever the upload is. So we like seem to suppose that everybody not interpolates but processes things the same way, whether it be thoughts, emotions, actions, belief systems, interactions with people. What's the level of curve there for the unknown element, right? Like if I give 1,000 men soy, do we all process it the same way based on different thoughts, emotions, actions, lifestyles, belief? You know what I'm saying? How do we know what the variability is there when consciousness and awareness seems to be source in a lot of ways? You know, we can add on to that, but it seems like our processing of all things greatly is determined by our state of beingness, if that makes sense.
I guess the word or the common soy boy would be an indicator of the effects of these things as a broad spectrum. You know, there's plenty of soy boys out there.
Yeah, but what came first, the chicken or the egg? You know, was the guy fucking riding around on a Harley and bucking policy and code and then ate a bunch of soy and showed up with a man bun and looking frail? Or was he genetically predisposed to that, which then expressed more when the being consumed certain things?
Probably the middle road.
Yeah, it's usually this and that, you know, and then we make broad, sweeping generalizations. But the reality of it is I'm sure there's a lot of folks somewhere who are existing on a lot of soy, and they'll put a hurting on you. You ain't gonna call them soy boys. You know, you go to some Shaolin monk or somewhere, they may be eating soy half the time there, and they're not interested in what your interpretation is.
Yeah, and it goes back to like the diet that some of these gurus follow, right? And how I'm trying to remember what book it was that I was reading, but basically where I think it was Ram Dass's guru was basically talking about how he subsists on sugar-laden, white flour cookies and confectionaries, and it's like everywhere else this would be considered completely insane to think you're not going to have immense health problems, but they would subsist on it and live pretty long lives as whatever they were, gurus or not. So yeah, it is a very interesting point that not every person is the same. No one person is the same from another. So what may kill another may lead another to a long life. It's like these people who live to 118 and they say, "Oh yeah, I drink whiskey every day and smoke cigarettes my whole life." So it is a very interesting point you bring up.
I would say it's probably more mindset than anything, and that's what you're to my understanding, that's what you're saying. It's about the mindset. Like the guy that drank whiskey and smoked cigarettes his entire life. He probably had a really good mindset, probably pretty stand-up dude, probably does fight for rights and freedoms type deal.
Yeah, he was stronger, even maybe you could say than the perceived poison by many. He maybe didn't see it as such. Also, see himself.
What is with this Th0ts obsession with this argument? We can never touch on any even belief or just supposition without this tard going off in the chat about his animal fats. Will you please fuck off? It's like you people have now turned into the same people that the radical vegans are, who go everywhere and police everyone's diet. I don't do that. I tell you what I think about it and what I've moved into as a practice, but I don't fucking go around policing everyone and tell them what they have to do and not do. We can never talk any dietary function without you doing this fucking rap. Get over yourself. Am I going to have to come up there and kick your fucking ass eating pizza all week and never eating any animal fats? Is that what this is going to come to? And then you'll have excuses. Oh, I'm 50 years old. Well, then shut the fuck up and stop running your mouth about how everyone's got to eat fucking animal flesh in order to feel alive. It's bullshit. Oh, the harm's going to come at some point. Yeah, it's only been 5 years. Yeah, your hair's going to fall out. Your teeth are falling out. You look like you're wasting away. No, I don't. My skin's shining lately like a pretty hoe. I got color in my face. All you fucking slobs in your mom's basements all sit in fucking dark rooms. You got a screen tan, white skin, dark circled eyes, and you're all consuming dead flesh. So I'm really not interested in what the fuck you think or perceive. If it's working for you, then continue it. And the rest of us are going to do the same until further notice. I'll be the first person back with a report if I'm dropping dead because I'm not consuming dead flesh. I'll be the first person to let you all know, hey guys, it didn't go well. Turns out I was killing myself and didn't know it.
Yeah,
and I agree with Paul.
Yeah,
100%.
I would say it's even more important to probably avoid the garbage than to get the meat products, as Mr. Lou would say. I will say though, if you're going to eat animal products, it does seem rather retarded, for lack of a better term, that people are eating the meat and not the organs. It's like where are the nutrients really? And I'm not really even a meat eater. I'm not vegan right now, but I have been many times. Vegetarian, pretty much 90%. But yeah, no one's eating the real nutrients from the animal anyway. Well, most.
This tard wants to sit there and talk about animal fats when there's a whole fucking community that maintains that oils and fats are what give you heart attacks and fucking clogged arteries, dummy. So keep telling me about sitting around and basically consuming grease that's heated up, and then when it like cools down or gets to the temperature of your body, causes plaque in the arteries. You're pretty much a fucking moron.
Well, let me predict his next comment.
Everybody has this thing where they want to go like pendulum swing. You know, at best, if you're going to eat meat, like you want to say the natural diet, it's like here and there. It's not 3 fucking times a day.
Yeah.
Like most of these diets. So it's like, you get a fucking carcass here and there because you scavenge it back in the day, and then it lasts, and that's pretty much it till you get another one. So, it's probably a little bit of this and that. And if you incorporate a moral component and a scavenging component, well, then you don't have to take life that doesn't belong to you, and you can get all your precious animal fats and clog your arteries.
Personally, I intermittent fast all day, pretty much every day, and I found great benefit. But the next person would probably be, suffering, and or the next person might be even in a better situation. It does determine.
I could find myself fasting for 3 days without even realizing it. So I do it so much that it's just like it's almost like normal thing now.
When I get into that real work mode, that's when fasting really comes into play, because I do end up fasting for a couple of days till the job is done type deal.
Well, I guess that conversation ended with the fasting. All right, anybody wants to join in on the conversation? I'm going to drop the link for anybody who wants to.
Go down to Slave Mart and get you some fucking gray green meat that they put bleach and fucking monoxide on to turn it red, and you're going to get better immediately. It's going to heal you. There's healing properties to dyed, glued together, monoxided meat. You need to get it immediately.
I mean, I could be misinformed, but I think bioindividuality is completely and entirely not talked about, under addressed. I don't think everyone's the same. It's the same mentality that allows big pharma.
It's a bunch of fucking nonsense. For thousands of years, motherfuckers were lucky if they made it to 40. You got a bunch of weak ass, bitch ass slaves sitting around at 75 years old chomping down steaks. Telling me about being a man. Never went to fucking war, never stood for nothing on the land. Let's just get real here. So I love this idea too, that like a long life means something. Oh, I need to figure out what kind of dietary fucking constraints I need to be under so I can exist an extra 20 years in slavery that I'm funding and creating. It's fucking laughable. Some folks are like oriented toward a quality of life where they just want to have a good life and be a good person. And whenever they're going to go. Right. And, you can chain smoke and eat red meat. And sometimes you could be 100 years old and you can do everything fucking right, supposedly, and keel over at 35. So what the fuck are we really talking about?
I think it has to do with what you believe that you're going to die of. I don't know.
Yeah, like maybe if you're full of like regret and resentment and hate and anger and dis-ease and you're a fucking coward and a slave, maybe that will greatly affect your body politic. Who knows? No, they want to tell me about what fucking animal fat we need to be godlike in this realm. We're already connected to the greatest, most powerful resource, consciousness and awareness. We are that. I gotta consume the right animal fats to activate my brain. Fucking retards.
He means he's talking about the ones that the parasites that get activated in bacon.
Yeah, I gotta consume gray green meat and fill my brain with parasites, and once they get in there, they wake everything up.
Yeah, they like start eating it up, so now the brain activates.
I gotta release my parasites on my brain to eat up all the parts I don't use. Whatever's left over functions better.
Right, and these parasites are actually activated through heat. So it's actually these parasites get activated when you cook the meat, and when the meat gets cooked, that's when the parasites start coming out. And
that's why it's important to put the gray green meat under a heat lamp and let it sit there for 6 hours, so then parasites can get all ooey and gooey and come out of their shell. That's what really starts the process.
And this is actually a documentary. What I'm telling you is actually something that's out there that you could
how to heal your body using parasites.
from pork.
Yeah, see, that's where
It's
we
important to take every filthy, disgusting animal and kill it and put it in dis-ease and run a whole bunch of chemicals through the bloodstream and then fry it up with oil, put even more oil on it and really suck it down. Get those parasites back through your organ. That's how you do liver cleanse. You throw some parasites in there, they eat up everything.
What's up, Cynthia?
Yeah, I mean, imagine putting this animal here between two slices of bread, right?
Yeah, it looks like Lewis himself. I bet if you fucking ate Lewis, you'd heal your body.
Yeah. So isn't there an expression where it says you are what you eat? So doesn't that kind of constitute the fact that if you eat dead flesh, then you would like kind of become dead flesh?
That's why I'm a pig-like cattle slave. I just get in line everywhere. I get fucking herded in my life. I got State Farm insurance. I'm a pig-like cattle slave.
We've attracted the attention of Mr.
I don't really know much. I just kind of dodder around and bump into shit. And I fucking ruminate. But I'm healthy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the parasite-filled brain of Lubast.
Right. That's why he's Alzheimer's and senilic, because he thought parasites cleanse your brain, and he's lost the majority of the function of that organ at this point. You need to be lobotomized, Lou.
You might be right about one part of that. And it's only because I spent 90% of my life not doing what I'm doing now. So that's what fucked up my body.
What, being annoying?
And possibly
you spent most of your life not online being annoying? You should go back to that.
Well,
we just got the Nielsen rating report.
Annoying is a choice. I choose to be.
Obnoxious? Is that better?
Yes. Yeah, obnoxious is also a choice, but listen, you could eat and everybody could eat whatever the fuck they want. I don't give a fuck.
Thank you for allowing us free choice, you fat slave.
I don't give a fuck what you eat. But you can't go around telling people that all these fucking concoctions, powders, potions, and shit that you buy from most of them made by pharmaceutical companies, the big ones, all these vitamins, potions, and powders, they're made by the same companies that are making the jibbity-jubbity, right? And they're going around telling people that all these fucking things are healthy. They're not fucking healthy.
You're a fucking idiot.
I don't give a fuck if you think I'm an idiot.
20 fucking plants and herbs and mixtures in front of me right now, and none of them are made by Pfizer, you dumbass.
Okay, and those I would agree.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Manufactured by Holistic Botanicals. Right. Oh, that sounds like that sounds really pharmaceutical-like.
Some herbs and those types of things, I believe, are part of the natural human experience because we've used them for thousands of years.
I tell you,
as medicines.
You are the only person.
As food, bitch.
I must really love you because there's another side to this. And every time you do this argument, I just get flashes of a breakdown of society. I can't wait to hunt you people metaphysically. Metaphorically, metaversely. I can't wait till a complete disorder breakdown of society and you pig creatures start wandering around to get your meat fix. Just you better not come near. I'm gonna have landmines and bear traps and all types of shit. Not for the animals, right? I'm gonna keep scarecrows and things to keep them away. And I'm gonna have claymores and bear traps and landmines for fat pig creatures who want to wander around and try to kill to satiate their fixation.
It's a good chance that after you blow some of those people up, within a certain amount of time, obviously, you're pretty heavy, so you can last quite a long time without, major
Wait a minute, I just realized.
But it's a good chance that once you blow those people up, you will be hacking up their parts and putting them on.
I already said that. At this point, I prefer to eat you than continue to engage in the cycle of insanity and immorality.
Listen, bro, I'm just telling you because I love you. That's all, and I don't want you.
I love you so much that I haven't had meat in 5 years, and I'm having a craving all of a sudden.
Well, listen.
I want lube ass thigh smothered in onions.
And it'd probably be better than what you're eating right now.
Let's
be real.
That's fine. It's soon the breakdown will happen and everyone will be satiated.
You're the first one we're gonna eat because
I will have blood sacrifice rituals to your god
If you
Shaitan
can catch me,
that you love so much. You will be part of it. You will be it actually, and then I will consume the remainders to subsist off of you. Right?
Actually,
it's only right that the immoral ones who love killing so much should be killed.
I don't love killing. I don't love killing.
Yeah, that's the circle of life.
I don't love killing.
So, just like Klaus and the rest are performing a great reset where they're going to, metaphorically, hang you upside down and bleed you dry and consume you.
But to come back to the claymores and the traps and shit and bear traps.
And I'm going to put a big I'm going to take pieces of the meat from the first slave and I'm going to put it on a big plate in the middle of the land. And so pig creatures will walk by and smell it and see it, and they'll start wandering over like a trap, like how you like to do to all the little deers and everything, because you're so manly and tough. You put out their fucking natural, diet, and they come wandering over, and you blow their fucking head off. It's gonna be the same deal. I'm gonna have a big fucking rack of meat hanging there. You're not gonna know what it is. It's gonna be your neighbor, the same guy who already wandered out the day before, never came back, and you're gonna wander over to it. And Big Louie's never gonna see it coming.
Nope.
Well,
hey, Lou,
tougher, dude.
He's gonna look up like deer. Like he's gonna do like this.
Is it made what?
And then
it's made over. By Big Pharma?
Hey, wait, is he growing dirt again? Is Nubs growing dirt again with the LED 8 inches from the plant, killing it?
Hey, I gotta do what I gotta do.
He's growing sticks. Give him a break. Come on.
He's dirt farming.
That's ginger.
Somebody's got to grow the sticks.
It doesn't matter. You have way too much light on it. I told you this last time. Every plant you grow is miniaturized because you got too much light. I go to the fucking reefer.
It's for the
store
soil.
The other day. I walk in. The guy's got plants set up that he's growing. I go, you realize all these plants are basically dead, right? I go, they're still growing, but they're purpled out, and it's not from the strain. They're puffy. They're chicken clawed. You overwatered them. Everywhere you go, these people are growing shit, and they're just fucking murdering whatever they're growing. Just too much water, too much light, too much nutrients. All the big brain male egos out there.
That's exactly what I'm looking to do, is test in a small scale with things that are available.
Oh my God, there's no testing. You're not reinventing the wheel. It's already been put to bed.
So how do you do it in a different application?
90% of growing equipment is sold by men to men. Women statistically grow better than men. Why? Because they know how
Where
to
did you
yield.
get that statistic?
Shut up, you fat fucking slave. I'm so sick of him. Now he's gonna do gender-based arguments because he's an egoic male. Here we have the egoic male chimpanzee, beta status. Watch as he acts out and displays, feeling as if his power is being ripped away from his grips.
Beta!
Yes, Lou. Newsflash. Women are the yielding of the species. They're the more softer, theoretically. They know how to be patient and caring and wait, while males in their ego want to push and force and do more and extra, and it doesn't work. That's why the majority of households and relationships and marriages are failing, because they're either simped and tricked out or they're beta egoed out, forcing and pushing and failing and driving away. So statistically, I will do this simulation any day of the week, just like your other ones you talk about. We'll have 10 men and 10 women grow a plant. And I guarantee statistically women will naturally grow better than men, especially with the cultural societal overlay of the male ego and what they believe about themselves.
Beta!
So, yeah, 90% of growing equipment and products get sold to males with an ego who think more is always better. And the closer you put the light and the more watts you got and the stronger it is And the more you water it, the more nutrients you give it, it's bound to grow bigger. And it gets miniaturized and keels over, much like these women who they deal with internally. They just kind of shut down, they keel over, and they wait to die. Right? So, the reality of it is you could grow most of these plants better with like 1/10 the light. You could put it by the fucking window. If you left it the fuck alone and gave it water when it started to show what it needed, right? Or if you understood the plant and you had a certain cycle based on the cup it was in, it's fairly formulaic along with kind of an intuitive reading that goes on, So, yeah,
Now,
I mean,
we should
go
ask
ahead,
Nub,
unmute
show us the
Creature.
light. Nubs.
Lewis is talking to himself down there still because he doesn't realize he's not being heard. The male beta creature is very unaware. This is why the male beta creature kills the plants, because it has a lack of attention to detail. So it cannot intuit, it cannot read the signals and signs, much like the women they deal with. The women are constantly telling them indirectly what they need. They have to read between the lines. They can't get it done, just like the plant. The plant is a feminine being.
Agreeing with
in order to grow a plant, a weed plant, you have to be able to cultivate a feminine spirit. And the majority of beta males cannot nurture and care for a feminine spirit to fruiting and flowering.
What I was saying is I agree with you. Not historically, it was always the women that maintained the gardens, the vegetables, the trees, the fruits, all that. It was historically the women that did that, and the men went out to hunt.
Right, because they have to kill in order to have value. A male in this world at this point does not know what his value is without killing and slaving. That's clear.
Right now, you don't need to kill. Not in the way
I just told you what we're experiencing. I'm not interested in what either you have a bunch of weak cowards or you got a bunch of men who can only justify themselves by killing and slaving. If they don't simp and trick and they don't murder and steal and kill, they don't know what to do with themselves.
Well, they don't do it. The problem is, in my view, is that they don't do it themselves, right? Today they let other men kill for them, and then they condemn the man who's doing the killing.
I agree with you. I just told you the two groups. Yeah. It's cowards and murderers. So the coward lets the scum do the murdering and then reaps the benefits of the killing and the slaving.
Right.
It's the two groups. Right. That's what I just said.
And I choose to do that completely the opposite. And
you choose to be not a coward by engaging in your own murdering to justify your existence. I just said that.
Not murdering. It's doing,
and also engaging in the other, quality types that I spoke about.
Human. It's honoring the body.
Right.
It's honoring the true nature of our body. Right. And nobody gets away. Nobody eats for free. Something dies no matter what you eat. It just depends on who's doing the killing.
Here we go with the justification campaign.
Like it or not, it is what it is. The truth is just the truth. I already
had this. See, you keep saying, when are we going to have the conversation? We already had it and put it to bed. I contend, separate from the biology, that the psychology is affected by the consumption of flesh and the killing of living beings. So separate from your fucking bullshit rap about, like Ted Nugent, every time you eat soy, a whole field has to be plowed. A whole field. Are you listening to me? They have to kill the rats, the birds, the rabbits, all these kind little fluffy animals you snowflakes care about. We've heard the fucking rap. I don't care. I hope a scum like that comes around me with his big balls and big mouth that he never does nothing with on the land and with these fucking slave masters. I hope he does. He's going to see what it really looks like. See, they just do a bunch of this with Joe Rogan online, right? And then they get in their car and Uber X and all the rest of it, go to their farm and hide, right? Never put up or shut up anywhere. Right, but want to talk about killing the deers and the rabbits and all the rest of it to eat them. And the other side is, if we don't, they're getting killed anyway, right? So they're just trying to justify and pigeonhole and lead us back to doing what they do because it's going to happen anyway. I don't accept it.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that at all.
It's very simple. This is very simple logic. If you're not going to kill your own shit, then you got no business eating it. Okay?
I agree.
And if you can go and kill an animal like that with no compunction, then you're sick and twisted and there's something wrong with you.
There's always compunction.
This is a simple logic. I would kill you. I would kill you or one of these other two-legged rat scum, whether I loved them or not, quicker than I'd kill one of those animals, God's creature, who has no function but to keep order in this realm and live within the biorhythms that are put forth.
What you just said is a little twisted if you contemplate it fully.
I'm not interested in embodying a predatory position. I just told you psychologically, metaphorically, metaphysically why I'm doing what I'm doing morally. I didn't tell you biologically about anything. I didn't tell you about farming procedures or anything.
Well, I
have very selfish / selfless reasons why I do it, and I'm okay with that.
I would contend that killing a human,
I would so quickly much rather test out certain property on certain kind of beings before others, right? I see how you all get your kicks. You know, you get out there and you feel like real men, and it makes me sick. And I go, when are we going to kick this game up a bit? Let's give everybody rifles and let's play with each other. And you can eat the losers, right?
We may get that chance.
When I see them trapping pigs in a pen and making them run and squeal in circles and blowing their brains out, calculated, sitting there with a little rifle and thinking it's cute and funny and justifying why they're doing it, I go, okay, when does your time come? Because these are low-life scum animals, and your masters think the same about you, and they're going to kill you with the same precision and laugh and giggle, and they're going to have a justification, and I'm not going to feel a motherfucking thing about it. Just like you don't when you kill those animals that have no idea what the fuck you're doing and why and what's going on. But you made a determination on their life and how worthy it is, and how in control you are in taking it. Right? So what you've done to the least will be done to you. It's already being done, stupid slave. They're gunning down thousands of you scared, fucking cagey humans in the street every year and laughing and giggling about it, just like you do the pigs. So what's the difference? Could you point me to the difference? Oh, the difference is they're not consuming the flesh physically after they throw you in a hole. They just consume you spiritually, right?
You're muted, Lou, if you're talking.
I do it because it's a necessary thing. I don't giggle and laugh when I'm killing before, during, or after. I don't like to kill, but it's a normal...
you fucking lying pig. And this is why, because pigs don't lie. You do. Pigs are innocent. You're not. Because you fucking lie like a rug. Every other word with you scum is a fucking, is a pathological lie. Right? You don't even know you're doing it. Yeah, that's why you're giggling in the back right now. You lying scum. You love this. This is what you all love in your masochism and your sadism. You love to lie too and get caught and laugh and giggle. That's why you cheat on all your women instead of keeping it real with them. Right? You all do the same shit. Let's be real about it. Then you laugh and giggle. You know, like a Cheshire cat. Because you know damn well you were carting them animals around online, holding them up, shaking them, laughing, using them as a prop to trigger people. Oh, I'm so like a man of the land and I'm honoring the living being. Yeah, you're Tonto, Lou Tonto, as he's up here wearing the animals as a mask, hopping around the fucking house like a crazy person, like John Wayne Gacy wearing meat suit skins. Why don't you be honest? Instead of fucking lying to the creative force and everybody within earshot of you.
Okay.
Just keep it all the way real. I've never, and he does the Italian fucking bullshit genuflection. I've never done that.
I didn't say that I never, I said I don't do that. When I kill, during,
you do that because I witnessed it. And if you've done it once, it means you do it. Right? Or am I missing something here?
I showed them a raccoon to trigger them, not to laugh at the raccoon. The raccoon.
Right, you were laughing and giggling about you murdering animals and knowing it was going to trigger people. Because that's what gets you off. The same way it gets you off knowing that you're God and can take life whenever the fuck you want.
Well, it's incorrect, but
okay.
Your opinion.
I'm pretty good at studying this ego thing in me and in others, and I see what it does and how it displays and expresses. And I see where it picks and chooses and is strategic in its game and nonsense.
The only time I I'm happy. If I go hunt for a deer, let's say, for example, and I shoot the deer, and the deer is hit perfectly well where it doesn't suffer.
I get high the same way off human beings. I have evil scum who want to lie and harm innocents, I get high off the idea of shot placement too. What's wrong with that? Why is it okay to get high off shot placement on an innocent creature that seeks to create balance and order in its realm under God? Not your thoughts about how it works. That thing, life on life's terms. Why is that okay and it's wrong for me to get off on shot placements? Like if I was to watch body cam of some scum who wanted to lie and hurt innocents, I get off on shot placement when it gets hit. I go, oh man, got him right in the midsection, huh? You know? Well, I'm confused. Where does this self-righteous morality begin and end? Wherever, whatever the thing that looks closest to us is, everything that doesn't was free to kill. So, does that begin and end with black folks too? Because, you got a lot of your authoritarians who think that certain color humans are lesser humans and they're more free to kill. So where does the self-righteous moral high ground bullshit begin and end? Where you have a right to take life that isn't yours.
It's not about shop.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
It's about lack.
It's called an ego trip.
Suffering.
It's called an ego trip.
If I answer quickly,
I'll do to other beings what I don't want done to me. I'll do to other beings what I don't want done to me.
If I answer quickly,
and I get to pick and choose where that begins and ends. Because I'm a human and I'm the most powerful creature in this realm. No, you're not.
If I take my time, I'm conceding. So what point would you...
You don't get to talk. I'm dressing you down and I'm verbally beating you into submission. That's what's going on here. See, you can't even read the room. You're so full of meat.
But in the end, when the argument is not completely honest,
I don't give a fuck about your argument. I just told you what I thought and felt, and there's nothing to respond to it with.
You hurt yourself, not somebody else.
I can't wait till purge season when all of you human scum get back what you've given.
Well, I personally don't. I can't look forward to that because I know
can't
exactly
wait until the real big pig roast, right? Where they said in the scripture that we're coming back with flames this time. We're going to have a big luau pig roast because there's going to be fire to cleanse the earth this time, right? So it's going to be roast Lou pig for everybody.
I know what it looks like, so I'm not looking forward to that.
I am looking forward to that.
No,
that's
I don't
the thing because you want to hang on here to your meat suit. You're an egoic pig, and you can't imagine confronting your death. You're so cowardly. You can't imagine leaving this fucking shithole. That you've all rebuked and rejected, right? It's a beautiful place. There's much opportunity and inspiration and power and co-creation. You've rebuked that. You rejected that outright.
Okay. Well, you know that this isn't having the argument in an honest way, right? You know,
there's no argument. I've made the facts clear and presently.
I get it. This is the Patrick.
As long as you're okay with being done to you what you've done to the least of us, I'm okay with it. But if you're not, then I got to grind on your ego because you're not special. Anybody that can get it done, I congratulate them. Oh, here we go with your bullshit bravado. Right. They're going to get it done. If they can get it done. Look above you, Lou. Look above you. They're already spraying you down with everything to get you fucking docile and give you neurological issues. Right. So you can kick and scream a little bit. You know, you'll be numbed, but you'll kick and scream. Like you'll be paralyzed and frozen like Mitch McConnell, but you'll still be able to kick and scream. You know, up the dosage, spray down the rat-like creatures who will be consumed. I love it.
Where are these fucking
Give
guys?
them more. Well, I don't even care if it takes me. Take me, highest force of creation, working through the lowest force. Take me if that's the will. I'm not hanging on to this meat suit, Lewis, like you, killing and murdering and lying to keep your place in the world and of it. You can have it.
That's true. Why are you guys talking about supplements to make you healthy and all these things? Why are you talking? If that's true,
weren't talking about fucking supplements.
What were you talking about? About herbs,
we were
plants,
talking
all
about
these
different
things
herbs
to keep your meat suit alive, right?
I didn't say that I was willfully, actively wanting to kill myself or killing myself. I said if I sustain my beingness without killing and lying, and in a form of co-creation more and more as I see it, then when it is the will for me to be taken by Billy Gates, Klaus Schwab, or whoever, whatever else, that's the will of creation in some sense. Because of everyone else's lack of will to be honest with themselves and each other, that will be the will, right? So you either sacrifice and deal with consequences, or we become the sacrifice. I didn't say I've done it all. I don't know what all is to be done. I just know what I've done in certain ways and continue to. And I know how I'm mocked and ridiculed and I'm cast out. And I'm pretty much one of very few. You know, and I know that when the time comes that the rest of the scum here who tell me they love me and respect me and the rest of it will rebuke me and throw me to the wolves to save their own asses if they believe that's the way. Just like you just said. You don't want to leave here. You'll do anything to stay here in your meat suit, including lie and kill. And where would that begin and end when it comes to me? You don't think all the people that say they love me and respect me won't be part of lying and killing to get on with the day? Of course they will. That's the message of the scripture.
Okay, just give me the cash when you got it. I'll buy it for you.
There you go.
Oh, sorry.
Handing out money. That's
he's slumlording now. He's beating and whipping his residents.
Yeah.
What's that?
Back with interest.
I'll break it. Doesn't have money.
Your daughter hasn't eaten in days? All right, just give me the cash whenever you get it, scumbag.
Such a great scumlord that I'm buying their shit because they don't have money until they get their money. Yeah, what a slumlord. Chris, are you coming or what?
Look, now he's abusing everybody. He's screaming and yelling at them. Let's go. I just paid for your shit. You're my slave now. I own you. That's Canadian fur. That's fur and slave trader, Lou. Canadian fur and slave trader.
Yes, I have. How many? I'm creating the cuckoo farm. My buddy Joe comes over here. He says, "Bro, what are you making? Fucking one flew over the cuckoo's nest over here." Everybody's got some sort of mental illness over here, especially me.
Right. That's who you feel comfortable around. It's very
Johnny,
telling.
I'm waiting in the car, man. Are you ready? Come on. I told you I'm in the car.
This is what he does. See how the ego works? He keeps only mentally ill people around him. It's much like I do on my panel. In his life, though, he keeps only mentally ill, broken people around him so he can feel powerful and above everyone. You see how he is?
I give to these men. You know that nobody would take these men. Nobody. They're the disposable. Obviously, I agree. They probably not done.
You realize you're characterized the same way by your family and friends. This is the thing: is you don't.
So then why? So
they
then
never
why
look forward and look backward.
So then why did my daughter call me this morning to see how I'm doing? And
but she pities you. She thinks you're pitiful.
She pities me.
You're gonna die any day from eating all this fucking beef and animal fat. And she's checking in. She's like, "Are you gonna die today? Because I want to make sure if you are that I like say whatever the fuck I got to say." And be able to,
Bro,
cleanse my
I've
hands.
never felt healthier than since I've been
You look
majority natural. Fuck you, bitch. I've never felt better than when I
You
do
look like
my
that fucking
natural
creature
diet.
they dug up out of the ice, Lucy. You don't remember that creature?
Hold on a second.
No, that's not Lucy. That's that's the
Yeah, the
what they call the
hominid
missing
creature.
link.
You look like that hominid creature that was about 4.5 feet tall that they
it's a
dug up
fucking
out of the ice.
monkey.
It was apparently a cave woman who I think they called Lucy.
It's a monkey. It's not a human.
You look like Rosie O'Donnell with facial hair.
Yeah, yes. This I agree. Yes, she is the missing link.
You look like
Rosie
Chaz
O'Donnell.
Homo.
Oh Lord.
Let me see.
I look at, the sad part is that most people don't realize it. I've grown around farming my whole life. I understand what farming is. I understand what farmers do. I know what they do to nature and wildlife, especially in growing plants. It's horrific if you see it with your own eyes. Like when I walk through a cornfield and there's like 20 raccoons and squirrels and everything all around the edge. They're all dead because they've been poisoned by the glyphosates, right? I find that fucking horrible, right?
Right. So now automatically, in order to live an agrarian lifestyle, you got to shoot glyphosate everywhere. It's great logic.
Well, that's not what I do. That's what you do.
No, that's not that is you.
No,
you're doing a Talcott now. That is not what I do.
You buy
when I was growing plants and when I was growing plants out there and will be next season, we use netting, Lewis. That was you and your slave creatures.
Next season, but right now you're eating pizza with fucking corn oil, cornstarch, corn syrup.
Here we go.
That is destroying nature.
I'm so sick of you.
Condemning the men that kill for you. I'm sorry.
You're destroying.
I'm honest with you because I love you.
You're doing the same thing.
I'm honest with you because I loved you and I know that you're smart enough to get what I'm saying.
I can't wait until you, like those cops who, when they grab the fentanyl, they just collapse. I can't wait till you grab one of those raccoons with glyphosate on it one day and you just fucking collapse, right?
No,
you turn into Stephen Hawking and you can no longer fucking speak because of some neurological disorder, right?
I don't pick those up.
You'll have to get some cyber pad and we could just shut that off whenever we want.
I don't pick those up because generally they're foaming. They have a lot of foam around their mouth. They're extremely skinny. They're
you
very
have foam
dry.
around your mouth and that's why nobody wants to hold you. You grotesque creature. I'm bringing a glyphosate chipmunk to your next garden party, and you're not gonna. I'm cleaning up the foam around its mouth, and I'm bringing it over there with dish gloves. Next lockdown, you're not even gonna think of it because I'm gonna be wearing dish gloves because of Slavid 2024, and I'm gonna feed you a glyphosate chipmunk. Look, he's doing fucking road rage now, bro. You better get out of here.
I'm waiting for these guys. I'm sitting. I told them an hour ago. I'm in the car.
How do you do road rage in the driveway?
I'm in the driveway and I'm fucking doing road rage.
You're not even on the road and you're raging. This is from all your killing and meat eating. I told you. You're impatient.
I have a couple of women that don't mind my foam. Well, one now, actually. They don't mind when I foam, whether at my mouth or at other parts.
Here, this is the future of Lubas. This is what he's going to look like.
He's obviously got anal leakage.
That's cute, actually. I'm okay with that.
It's got the same nose.
Would you kiss that?
Look at his nose.
That's you, Lewis. You don't even have to work hard.
I have the eye for these things, right?
You're a slime creature. Muck creature. That's you.
Yeah.
What was hanging out of that thing's mouth, man? What even is that?
It's
Does anyone realize that that thing has its own perspective? Hold on, like this reefer's good today because I immediately imagine myself inside of that thing looking out the same way I do when I greet Lewis. I go, that thing has its own perspective.
I'm sorry if he's listening. I'm sorry if he's listening, but I saw Scott 2B there. Sorry, Scott.
Here he's gonna pick. He's gonna pick the second fattest guy in the conversation to try to weight off on. Pun intended.
Bro, I'm not that fat, bro. I'm good,
dude.
I'm actually
okay. Can you pull up that creature again because it looks rather intelligent? And I go, this like if everyone else has a voice on panels, this thing should have a voice. Like. It's got a perspective. It's got to have something to communicate. Like, can you imagine the experience of that creature?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'd rather have those things on panel regularly than whatever I normally get with Lewis and the others.
Lubas, and in this picture, you're the biggest guy in the group.
Hey, that's the first whatever thumbnail or whatever that I made it into. I feel honored. I'm the last one.
This is my first
thumbnail. Last fucking one. I've been here since the beginning. And I'm the fucking last one to get a picture and a thumbnail. The fuck?
Now you're complaining?
Well, once in a while you gotta complain.
I'm like all fucking happy and you're bitching?
Well, I'm not bitching. I'm just stating a fact, observing and reporting.
Now he's got the snafu lingo going. The world's coming to an end, guys.
All right, I got to prepare, OTW. I got an hour.
Yeah, and
I'll leave you and Lubas to your own devices.
That's all right. I got to be shutting down too. It's like
all right, penile power and Nubs creature. I'll see you guys.
All right,
am I breaking up?
You've always been broken up.
Sorry. I was just saying, what a fucking day. It's like summertime right now. It's like middle of January and it's like 10 degrees. It's like, thank God we finally got some of the global warming they've been promising us. I've been waiting all these years to get some global warming. Finally, we got a little bit. Jeez. Daddy left.
It's like, when is winter going to end here? That would be nice.
Daddy, chill.
Stop killing all those little baby mice and baby rabbits and baby deer and all those fucking baby animals. With pizza.
Yeah, well, I've been dove pheasant hunting my entire life, and there's no fewer doves in the grain fields than there have been for 25 years.
What is that? Bro, what did you say?
Some guy hunts doves and, you know, fucking birds.
And?
Yeah, and there's not like less of them because he hunts them. I don't know, something like that.
Well, no, there's actually more doves and those type of birds, doves, grackles, seed birds, because the balance is out of whack, right? So those type of birds actually go up in amount or whatever,
Hey, Lubas, studies show vegetarians live about 7 years longer and vegans about 15 years longer than meat eaters. What do you have to say about that?
I'm going to lose you for a second.
Yeah, you are, aren't you? Right at the crucial moment where we put this information in your face.
Fuck. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
OTW?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I don't remember what I was responding to. If it was the vegans live longer, all bullshit. Provable bullshit. I don't care. You don't have to find the proof. It would do you well if you look for the proof, but it's provable that vegans do not live longer.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna have to
The people that are the healthiest are what they call the people. I don't really want to have a debate. I don't care. I let people know because I don't like it when people push.
Debates.
Fuck, you're breaking up again. This area right here is always the worst for internet.
Right.
I don't know why. Sorry, I'm in a bad fucking spot. Always this particular area has bad internet. You hear me at all?
It's all right, Lou, because I'm going toward the outro.
All right, bud. Well, I was just saying that the vegan thing and the okay, take it easy. It's just not. It's all provable stuff, and it's important to do the research to try to change or falsify the beliefs you have. Right? I understand what Paul's saying about the karmic aspect, or the karma behind killing animals. But like I said, nobody eats for free. No matter what you eat, something dies. Something is being killed to help keep your food from being eaten by wildlife. They have to kill that wildlife or displace it or something, right? There's all kinds of proof on this. You don't have to fucking believe me, right? So nobody eats without killing. Doesn't matter if you're eating tofu, you're killing. I choose to take the killing into my own hands, where I can make my best to do it as harmlessly as possible. Obviously, killing is not harmless, right? You kill an animal, it dies, but you want to give it the least amount of suffering, the least amount of pain, the best life you can give that animal, and I can't do that unless I take it into my own hands. I can't ensure that process, right? So I take that process into my own hands because I can, minimize the pain and suffering of that animal. Look at this beautiful hay. Look at that, eh? Isn't that nice? Bring it to my place, buddy. Just up the street. So you know what I'm saying, OTW? I don't know if you heard any of that. Oh, I'm on full
screen. I'm
screen.
listening to you, man. Of course.
Yeah, no, I've done enough of the research to understand that we are truly, human beings are naturally carnivorous animals in all aspects. From the tippy toes of our toes to the top of our heads, we are carnivores. Everything in our body is designed to eat animal fats, organs, and proteins. Everything. And so when you don't, that's the other part of why I do what I do. Because you think I don't like fucking pizza? I love pizza. I had a fucking restaurant around wood oven pizza. I love pizza. But I know that it is the most damaging thing for my body. And I never felt good. I never feel good when I eat a lot of those things. I feel healthier. I feel clearer in the mind when I eat animal fats, proteins, and organs especially. And some fruits. Thanks. Okay, see you, John. Yep. If you need a ride back, call me. So, and I know that there's an incredibly large contingents of people that are starting to come out with their testimonies on how they healed all their ailments by doing an elimination diet of eating strictly meat and then adding in certain plants to find out what plants were harming them, right? And it's all over the place. There's thousands and millions of people coming out with these testimonies now. It's not hard to find. And there's also, conversely, millions of vegans coming out with their horror stories of what veganism and vegetarianism did to their bodies, right? Millions of these testimonies. You could search them yourself. You don't have to believe me. It's like Wizard says, don't believe anything I tell you. Do your own research, right? And I'm talking from my own experience, right? Because, like I said, right now, I've been 2 months where I'm trying to eat nothing but meats and some fruits and berries, a little bit of that. You know, once in a while I fall off the wagon, I'll have some bread, especially if I go to my mother's house. She's always got some fucking bread, pasta, cookies, something going, and it's so irresistible. You know, you want to eat it, or pizza. She makes the best pizza. And it's like, fuck, yeah, I don't want to go there because I know I'm going to eat that shit. And as soon as I start eating it, I want to eat it bad. And it throws me off the train right away. But in 2 months, I've lost now like almost 15 pounds just by eating meat and fat, organs, and some fruits. And I feel better than I felt in a while, right? That's all I could say, right? And then your body, we don't know how to listen to our body anymore, right? Our body will give us clues, right? Nobody's mouth is watering when they're fucking smelling a fried tofu or a fucking kale salad. Your mouth doesn't start watering. But you smell a barbecue, and what happens? You start to salivate. Why? Your body's talking to you. Your body's telling you what it wants and what it needs. But we don't know how to do that anymore. We don't know how to pay attention to our body before we eat something or after we eat something. Right? So we'll eat a fucking pile of pizza and just not pay attention to the fact that our stomach's bloated, we're farting, we shit in the morning, it smells like death, or you know, all this stuff that your body's telling you. We don't listen to it anymore. We think it's natural, it's normal, it's something that's supposed to be like that. It's not. When I eat mostly carnivore, 99% carnivore, my stomach I don't get bloated, I'm not gassy, my shit don't stink like it does when I eat bread. All of those things are just gone. I feel clearer in my brain, you know, able to see things better, hear, you know, understand things better, everything. No brain fog. And you fucking start plowing some pizza and fucking, and I know Paul's saying right now, I eat pizza every day and I'm fucking smarter than you. Yeah, bitch, okay, you're smarter than me. I never went to fucking school. Okay? Even when I was in school, I wasn't in school. You know, I got a fucking grade 9 science degree because I told the science teacher I was going to blow up the Shelby if he didn't pass me. So he gave me 51. Right? That's it. I never paid attention. I was out playing stink finger in the park with the girls. That's what I did. I didn't go to school. Smoking drugs and doing heroin by the time I was fucking 14. So yeah, okay, I'm an idiot. Vocabulary-wise, possibly. I have some vocabulary, not very great, but I don't believe in any way, shape, or form that I am not intelligent. I may not be the smartest guy in the world, but the more I eat meat, the better I feel. I guess none of that
Peace
got
and
hurt.
love, brothers and sisters. Peace and love.
Is that